Let's cross over to Washington, D.C., bring in senior Washington correspondent Hallie Jackson, who I believe has a statement now from the former president on all of this. And if we were to use his the attorney for the Trump organization as any cue, politics was mentioned in that statement. Right, Hallie?
Yes, Eamon, it absolutely was. I'm going to read you the statement. It's pretty short. And again, this is coming out just in the last couple of minutes here from former President Donald Trump, who says, and I am quoting, quote, "The political witch hunt by the radical left Democrats, with New York now taking over the assignment, continues. It is dividing our country like never before." One might imagine that if Donald Trump still had access to a Twitter account, this would be what he'd be firing off. Instead, it goes out to an email list of reporters. This is not at all even a little bit surprising to hear from the former president. He has portrayed this investigation all along as part of what he likes to describe as this witch hunt, pointing to Cy Vance, pointing to Tish James, pointing to obviously the Manhattan District Attorney and New York Attorney General, as in his view, liberal Democrats who are out to get him. That has been all of the signaling we've gotten about this investigation. What the news would be, Eamon, would be if Donald Trump came out and didn't do that, right? And didn't have that reaction to what we are seeing today. So this is very expected from Donald Trump. Keep in mind, though, that he has been trying to change the subject on this. That is something that we saw again and again from him when he got into potential legal or political peril during his administration at times. So, for example, he had that border visit yesterday. As we were coming on the air for our special coverage of these indictments being unsealed, he sent another, email blast, not about this, but about, for example, an allusion to the January 6th select committee that was created, right? So talking about other issues as well, obviously feeling the need to respond to this. I can also tell you that I've just received a statement from another Trump Organization attorney basically saying the same thing. I'm not going to read the whole thing as I pull it up here, but essentially, I think, encapsulating it by saying that everyone knows the only reason that they are proceeding with this case, according to Ron Fischetti, one of the Trump attorneys, is because it is Trump. And that really does, I think, sum up where those in the president's orbit are on this. They believe, and I think this as well, based on my conversation with sources in that orbit, that this is almost personal. They are taking it personally. Even with that, Eamon, I think it's important to know what we heard from the prosecutors in the courtroom. And as I'm just joining your coverage, Tom Winter may have referenced this, but Carrie Dunn, one of the prosecutors there, tried to pre-butt exactly this line of argument by saying this case is not about politics. This case, this investigation, which is ongoing, by the way, is proper, right? Trying to make the point to the judge and to everybody in that courtroom that this is not because Donald Trump is Donald Trump. This is because there were, legal issues that were going on as it relates to Allen Weisselberg. What's interesting to me, Eamon, and I need to tease this out a little bit more, this has been a very intense PR push on the part of the Trump Organization attorneys. I mean, we saw Alan Futerfas. I think we saw a different Trump attorney out at the microphones. We've gotten these statements now. We heard from the Trump Organization earlier today praising Allen Weisselberg as, a loving grandfather and somebody who's been with the organization for nearly 50 years. It appears that they are looking to win or at least compete in the PR war, if you will, because I think there might be a sense of the significance that this could have on the Trump brand, right? Because let's be clear, and I think we have been, Donald Trump was not indicted today. Donald Trump today was not charged in this case, right? That said, the organization that bears his name has been charged, an organization from which Donald Trump has not and has never fully divested from, despite calls from many ethics experts back in 2015 and 2016 that he should do so. His sons, one of whom you are looking at right now, are still managing the organization, and this is his brand.